Welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Brief. Hi, Alex. How are you
Hey,
doing
hey,
this
what's happening?
week?
I'm good, thank you.
Yay, it's sunny here in Napa Valley. How is it for you?
Nice. So yeah, overcast here in SoCal.
Hey, we're taking some of your sunshine. How
That's
awesome.
right. It's about to clear up though. It'll be nice. Going to Disneyland
Yeah,
on Saturday again. They're like every couple
always.
weeks. Yeah, right.
You're always going to
Always,
Disneyland. Like a
always.
weeknight, I'll text you and you'll be like, oh, sorry, at Disneyland. And I'm like, that is like a once
That's
every
right.
2 years experience for me and my daughter.
It's so fun. So fun.
That's awesome. That's
Love it.
awesome. Well, we had
Yeah,
some incredible wins come through
yeah,
Legacy
yeah.
membership this week. We
They're
are, like,
cracking.
so excited about that, and, we had some couple new members join yesterday. They were ready to go, and they shared their website, which they listened to what we were saying and how to structure the website, and it looked bomb. I was just like, "Hey,
I know,
I wanna
dude.
hire you."
There's so much talent out there. It's amazing. So, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool, like, I don't know, people there's some talented people right now. I love it. It's pretty cool.
Talented people who just need that extra push to be seen,
I know.
heard, and valued for what they're worth.
It's so funny because they're right at this some people that have talent that are not booking, they're like they have more than half of the battle done, the branding, the messaging, and all they have to do is literally be seen, and they'll be, booking out. It's crazy.
That's right, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, and
yeah.
Legacy, where we teach meta ads, and people
Mhm,
are getting into it, and I'm excited for one of the photographers that was in here yesterday, and she sold out for 2026.
mhm,
She already has 5 weddings for next year.
mhm.
And you were like, "Well, what does sold out mean? Like, how many?" And she was like, "35 weddings." And all of us were like,
Yeah, too much.
"That is intense.
Yes, yes.
That's
I
too
know.
much." Even the wedding planners were like, "Oh, I can't
Yep,
even imagine 35."
yep, yep.
Pre-COVID, I did, 25 weddings per year.
Mhm,
That was just go, go, go. It was intense. But we talked to her in the group call and we were like, all right, so show us your work. We looked at her website. We
mhm,
asked her what her pricing was. Honestly, we were like, no, your everything is amazing. Your
mhm.
aesthetic, how you position people, what your website looks like. It was beautiful. You could raise your price to here and do less. And we were doing the math. And I just loved that community vibe yesterday helping her out. I really
Yeah,
think that it
it's
just
fun.
was it was fun and it was beneficial for everybody to see
Mhm,
other people's work and what they're charging. And it's just
mhm.
like this gatekeeping is gone in the legacy membership, which I absolutely love.
100%. Yeah, and it's interesting. It was funny. Somebody brought up a point. I've gotten a few leads. They literally just launched ads, and I think this is a person that launched ads, and like not even an hour later, they got a lead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. But I think this was the same person that said, "I'm getting the leads, but some unqualified," and I'm like, okay. We'll break it down. What do you mean unqualified? And it's so funny because we always think like, well, I got a lead that they said it's like $3,000. And okay, what's your starting rate? Like 6,000. I'm like, dude, get them on a call. You could sell them. Like, you just need the
Exactly.
right skills. You need to have, we're so afraid to be like, hear a certain number and we're like, no, can't do it. But if you want to, hey, dude, get in there. It's because people don't really if you're most couples don't know what the heck all this is. Us as vendors, we know the numbers, we know how to do things. Most clients, couples, they just have no idea. They're just getting married, you know? They need a little guidance. So
That's
get them
right.
on a call, guide them, show them, and in most cases, it's a pretty easy one. So it's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, I did say that. I was like, "Well, what are your remind us of what your starting prices are." And she's like, "Anywhere from 65 to 95." And I was like and I think that inquiry came in at like 35 or
Yeah.
4. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Well, what you can do is say, "Well, that would be for like a 6-hour package with no second shooter," right? Keep it at a low cost and then be like,
Mhm.
"But for what you're looking for, 8 to 10 hours, second shooter, drone, now we're up to 65." 7,000, and it's, like,
Yeah.
right where she wants to be.
Right. It's just a little education and diving a little deeper and getting into the conversation. That's it.
Right.
Just talk.
And, honestly, for Roke events, we still get leads that are, "Hey, we're 30 people, our budget's 15,000.
Mhm,
We're looking
mhm.
for a full service planner." Hey, they look at our work on Instagram and our website and it's like, "I wanna feel that. I want that." Like,
Yeah,
that they don't know, and so it's not like,
right.
"Oh my god, dare you even ask me?"
No.
Like, they have no idea, and so what I do is just write a friendly email back and just say, "We are full service for larger production weddings. Let me
Mhm,
direct you to someone who specializes in elopements." And then it's
mhm.
like this beautiful, like, referral ecosystem.
Yes, 100%.
Those leads will not come up to our minimum. They're
Uh-huh.
not their $30,000, $15,000 budget is not gonna come up to 100 to 150,
Mhm,
200 and above.
mhm.
So, it just refer them out. Be kind and refer.
You're still giving a good experience. Maybe they have a friend, who knows? "Hey,
Right.
I just had a really great experience with Rook events," or whatever, right? I think you should check them out.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's if I when I get people that are like, "I don't really I you look too expensive, but I just had to reach out." It's like an honor to me. It's a compliment. It's like, "Well, hey, thank you so much. Wow, I really appreciate it." Makes, I don't know, makes me feel good that someone really admires my creativity, my art, and hey, they're just like, "I'm just gonna give it a shot. Let me see what they say." And you have no idea. There's so many instances like that. I get them on a call anyway just to discover. And yeah, most of the time they don't move forward because it's out of budget, but sometimes they do. You never know. And I offer a firm, and sometimes I'll get people on these. They get on a payment plan, and it's just easier for them. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of ways
absolutely.
to get around it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
pretty
I
cool.
mean, I have 4 let's talk about wedding planners just for a second. Let's give some love
Okay.
over here. So, we received a lead. This is real time. This is happening in real time. We
Mhm.
received a lead for a wedding this year. So, for 2026, like, just a couple of days ago. And I talked to Claire and I was like, excuse me, "Can we handle
Mhm.
this? Can we bring it on?" "Yeah, we only have," they're looking for late fall, and we only have one wedding in late fall, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think we can do this." They want a 3-day wedding weekend.
Yep.
They have, a 200 to $250,000 budget. Okay, qualified, qualified. They want
Mhm.
100 to 130 people. Beautiful, perfect. And before usually I don't send my pricing in an email.
Mhm.
I just say we're full service production, blah, 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 blah. But this couple, since it is 2026, I did say our starting rate because it's like we have to move forward right now and I don't want to waste so much time. And I know that I can't drop below a certain price to move forward with this wedding planning. It's going to take a lot because we need to do everything right now. We don't have a year, we have
Yeah.
months to get this done. And they live in New York. Right? Okay. So, I already pre-qualified. They were like, "Yeah, that number sounds totally fine." But what I did was I put and I'll just say it's 25,000 starting.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a starting. I know that they want 3 days, but that 25 would just be for the wedding day. And I needed to get more information on the call. So once that point of the conversation happened last night where it was like, "Okay, well, tell me what you want for Friday." We want a full sit down family style dinner. Basically, it's another wedding, right? And then on Sunday, we want a full brunch, this and that. And I was like, "Okay." So while we're going through the behind the scenes of what it would look like, we take them through our documents, our spreadsheets, seating chart templates, timelines, etc. At the end, I'm actually showing them the proposal and I put it at 29.5
Mm.
because it was 2 auxiliary events on top of the 25. And I said, "Let me ask you a question. This brunch, do you want a Roke representative there? Like,
Mhm.
do you want design? Do you want flowers? Do you want signage? Or do you want to go to like a restaurant or have it in-house at your hotel where people can just come and go as that's what we want, but we don't want to plan it." And I was like, "Okay, great. Well, I'm going to leave it at this price. If you want a Roke representative there, it'd be an extra 500 and I would have got to 30K, right?"
Mhm.
They were like, "No, this is awesome." And I was like,
Mm.
"Okay, great."
There you
So,
go.
it's the saying the price and not saying the price. A few of our members were like, "What do we do? We don't know." Really, you have to feel it out
Yeah.
per lead. You have to
Yeah.
if they are already saying, "Hey, our budget is this," and it's just way below, then refer it out.
Refer it out. Yeah. Or figure something out to show
Yeah.
more value or something. For planners, it's
Exactly.
different though, you know? I mean, there's
I
a
know.
hard number, I think, for planners, for you guys. It's a little different. But yeah, heck yeah. Then we had somebody come in from another coaching platform, and, it's pretty interesting to see them come in. You know, we teach something similar, but the element that we have that I haven't seen anything out there like ours. The interaction and relationship with a top tier planner like yourself and getting guidance from you and other planners in Napa in one of the most like sought after places in the world. And then I guess the main reason they are jumping in with us is because of we try to teach people how to elevate their brand in a in a way that's sustainable and it's clear. There's clarity, and you're getting it from Raquel, not just myself, not another photographer, but just knowing the insides of how the heck do I really make the connections and build a relationship with other vendors, other planners and stuff. I think they were just more really interested into our approach. It's a little more elevated. It's not for the masses, we're trying to stand out and have something unique with our brands. And on top of that, the retreats that you put on, personally, that attracts people as well because they get to come in, they have firsthand, they know you shared the designs yesterday and people were like floored, right? And it's so amazing to have that insight ahead of time. And it comes from a trusted source. It's not just like an ad that you're seeing from a random person throwing a retreat. It's this whole like we have this whole cool thing going on right now. And then if you know, this person already signed up, I think, right? For your and they're just
Last night.
excited to
Yeah.
come, make connections, meet you in person, meet others, have amazing content, and we teach them how to market that content.
Agree.
So this is what's attracting people, and this is what we do. It's so fun. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped about the retreat that you're throwing.
Oh my gosh,
So,
I'm so excited. We're throwing 2 retreats, so in the first half of the year. So we have the retreat Healdsburg, which is in the Sonoma County area at this resort called Appalachian. It's brand new, and this is why I partnered with them, because it is brand new. It's gorgeous. It's across the street from the Montage in Healdsburg, so it's
mm,
already a well sought after area, but guess what? They haven't had weddings. They've
right.
had a few here and there. They just had, like Subaru come in and doll the place up. But I see an opportunity for our photographers and videographers to come in and get content that
Yeah.
no one has shot before, or like
Yeah.
the tiniest little percentage. And
Mm-hmm.
as Roke Events is designing it, it's already going to be top tier designs. We are
Totally.
partnering with this amazing, phenomenal global designer, Claire Pettingbone, for the gowns.
Hmm.
We have beautiful models. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
full styled shoot. So,
Yeah.
what an opportunity it is to pay $24.99, $2,499 to come in. You get education for 2 hours in a small group of people.
Mhm.
You get lunch, more connection, more relationship building, and then we get to have fun in small groups to
Mhm.
rotate and take beautiful, stunning photos that you can add to your portfolio and your Instagram to instantly market yourself in that area. So, it's a big deal. It's
It
it's
is.
awesome, and I wanna talk about something here. You know how much it costs to put on a
Yeah.
styled shoot on your own? When Elise Morgan and I teamed up, she's an amazing French photographer. When we teamed up to do our Italy styled shoot, it cost us over $20,000.
My gosh, that's so crazy.
That's not including our flights. That is
Wow.
not including our hotels. That is not including our food.
Mhm.
It was $20,000. You have to think about it. We're paying professional models, hair and makeup, floral, rentals. The rental company in Italy was like, "Oh, it's pouring down rain. We're not bringing them inside unless you pay us more money." And it's just like
Mm.
these photographers, videographers, they just the value is so good,
Yeah.
$2,490, and you get such an amazing experience, you get connections, you don't have to do the work, you're not sourcing models, you're not sourcing hair and makeup artists, you're not managing the timeline, you're not
Mhm.
worried about paying for food for vendors, you're not worried about paying the site fee, and then you just get to come in, enjoy the experience because I'm a planner based in hospitality, so you're gonna be really
Mhm.
well taken care of. And then you get to shoot amazing content, and then you get to go home
Yeah, and market it.
and market it.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to stress that part of styled shoots because it does cost so much money, and I'm trying to keep the cost down for all of our attendees, but I also wanna make it, like, so beautiful and as if it was a true wedding.
Yeah. I think you're one of the only people out there that offers stretch pay with like a firm. So that's super flexible.
Yes.
And I think this is one of the only style shoot retreats programs that actually teaches you how to market it, how to market your content. I mean, most style shoots that you go to, it's just you group up with random people and you go shoot for a couple minutes and then that's it. And you don't really have direction. And yeah, I mean, it's great to have content, but how many people out there spend all this money, five, $6,000 to go do a styled shoot, and either A, they don't get the shots that they want because it's too crowded, there's no directions, or there's no direction, right? Or they do get the pics, but there's no encouragement or direction on what to do after with those images. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty unique. I can't wait for people to like this stuff is gonna sell out so soon.
I know.
It's crazy. Once people start to really like catch on and understand what the heck's going on,
Yeah,
it's fun.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Also, you get to tag all the amazing vendors that were part of it, and I'm handpicking and choosing which vendors we work with that can
Hmm.
help the reach of our photographers and videographers grow. So,
Yeah.
let's for example, right, you get to tag that you worked with me, Roke Events, and that in itself, I mean, I've been around for 15 years. We are top wedding planner in the WED and Web Vibes
Hmm.
of the US 3 years in a
Hmm.
row. Just to have and I'm not, like, trying to, like, boast myself up by any means, but it just qualifies the photographers and the videographers just a little bit more like, "Oh my gosh, that was a Roke Events design, it's so gorgeous,
Yeah.
and you showed
Yeah.
up, that's amazing."
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah. No, I don't think you're trying to make yourself sound a certain way. It's just it's the facts. I mean, you've done your work and here you are. And you could offer something for people and you're genuinely trying to help people out. So
Absolutely.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
And then the second it's funny because after the call yesterday, when I showed both designs of the Healdsburg retreat on February 25th and then the Napa Valley retreat, which is happening at Solage on April 2nd, they're totally 2 different designs.
Yeah.
And actually, we had a few more signups for the Napa retreat last night than the Healdsburg retreat.
Nice.
So it's just really interesting. I designed them both completely different so that you as a photographer and a videographer can choose which design resonates with you the most. And if you really want, you can go to both and then
Yeah.
you just get like this stellar wide range of design and work to market and put on your site.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see what else. We talked about wins, right? I mean, I have some wins too. I'm shooting as well. So, gosh, it's so crazy. I mean, I know it's right now's the time that people book vendors and stuff, and it's going to slow down a little bit. But, dude, I don't know. My numbers are pretty crazy right now. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. One of
I mean,
our planners, since she's launched ads, had 6 discovery calls just last
wow,
week. 6.
that's amazing.
That is
Yeah.
incredible. And her range, her sweet spot where she wants to be is 20,000 per full
Hmm.
service planning and design with a little flexibility to go down and, that flexibility to go up if it's a multi-day.
Hmm.
So the fact that she's getting leads and she's had 6 discovery calls is absolutely incredible.
Yep.
It's just implementing meta ads, she's implementing the sales strategies that we strongly teach in
Hmm.
legacy, and she's
Hmm.
getting wins, and we are
Yeah,
genuinely so, so proud of
totally.
her and our members who are getting those wins. She brought up an interesting topic yesterday, which I think we should address. It is when Well, actually, it was a different planner, but that's okay. We had a planner who started working with the couple after they hired the photographer.
Mhm,
And the photographer, the couple really liked the aesthetic and they just went with it.
mhm.
But 3 or 4 months later after the wedding, the bride contacted the planner and said, "I absolutely hate my wedding photos. What do I do?"
Yes. Wow.
And planner, we're so excited when we put in the design work. We're so excited to get those photos back because then we get to share the work that we created with Instagram, our websites, future couples. And now that planner does can't use any of the photos either. One, because they were too dark, too moody. Two, they didn't capture design.
Mm,
No design photos. There's no photos of the tables. There's no
mm,
photos of floral, nothing. And so she's feeling like, wow, I put in all of that work and I can't do anything about it because it's not one of my photographer vendors that I know, love, and trust. And the couple hired the photographer before they hired me. It was like
yeah.
contract, signed, sealed,
Mhm,
delivered.
mhm.
So, they were asking for my advice on that. Honestly, since the bride hired them before the planner, I was like, "You're in the clear, girl," because if it was one of your vendors, that's gonna be a hard,
Yeah,
hard thing to
totally.
overcome because you are the trusted source.
Mhm.
And so I
Yep.
said, "Just offer empathy, maybe give some direction to ask the photographer for, some money back." And unfortunately, they spent so much money, they can't just redo their wedding.
No, yeah. Well, it's interesting because I've worked with you several times at weddings, and you know darn well that I love some good design, and I love
Yes.
taking pictures of good design. And you know that I'm gonna take time to take pictures of designs, but you still ask me, "How are the photos with designs going? This stuff's ready over there for you to shoot." Or whatever, right? So was that element missing? I'm not saying that planners need to hold the hands of their vendors and stuff, but I don't know, is that a skill that might be missing somewhere? Because although you know that things are going to be taken care of, you're still on top of it in the nicest way possible. Hey, this table setting here is ready for pictures whenever you're ready. When do you think you could do that? And that's it. It's just a quick little question or um and, you know, it's just a quick reminder to be on top of that, to be on top of things. Like, was that element maybe missing, or is that something that you might suggest? Hey, even though you think it's done or think something's gonna happen, I mean, just check anyway? I don't know.
Yeah, no, a few things popped up in my head. And actually, yes, since the very beginning of my event career, photos are everything. And I've always asked my photographer and videographers kindly be like, hey, I would actually love to walk around with you during these 15 minutes to get all of the design details captured. I say, hey, I love your work. You know, I love your work. But there
Mhm,
are
mhm.
certain angles that I really
Yes.
want.
Yeah.
There's just some floral elements that I really want,
Mhm.
so I'm not trying
Mhm.
to tell you how to do your job because I totally,
No.
fully trust you, but
Yeah.
I wanna make sure that we're getting all of the beautiful details, and when you phrase it like that, it's like, "Oh, yeah, I wanna get those details too." Like, the bride and groom are really looking forward to seeing those. We've worked, a year and a half on these details, and this little moment with the little sailboat on the table, like, as their table number, really important to capture, and so, yes, I agree. We should be doing that, yes.
Totally, and you know what's funny is the last wedding that you and I worked on, I do remember you saying, "Hey, I think you should shoot this from here," or whatever, and I'm totally fine with it. "Yep, I got you." And I remember one specific shot, you said, "You should take a photo of this table from drop down from up here because I think that's a really good shot." And sure, captured it. And then what happens a few months later? "Hey, dude, that photo that you shot, that drop down, my client really likes that." And I told them who that was and who shot that. And so they might want to talk to you. And so when you're telling or when you're suggesting or asking a photographer, hey, can you shoot this with this angle in mind? It's because A, you worked on this so long for a year on this design. So you know what's going to look good for for your brand. But then on top of that, if that money shot is taken and it's amazing and it's going to be one of those hero shots on your socials or whatever, guess what? someone's gonna see that, and it could be $1 million wedding, and they're gonna ask, "That's such a beautiful design. Gosh, who shot that?" "My friend Alex. I could introduce you." So it's not like it's a whole team effort, you know? Planners are always thinking of, I need this angle not only for my brand, but if we get this, if this is knocked out of the park and it looks amazing, I could always continue to recommend this photographer, or videographer, or whatever it is. It's I don't know. It's not you're not planners are not asking people to do things coming from a point of from ego. It's just to help everyone out. So yeah, yeah, cool.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Hand holding is actually okay, and as planners, it is our job to ensure that every vendor is doing everything so that we are protecting all the vendors at the
Mhm.
end to make sure that they did their job as they said they would, so that at the end, brides and grooms don't come after us. So please, vendors, when you're listening to this right now, we're not the bad guy. We're the protectors, okay?
Yeah.
We have gone through 100 plus conversations with brides and grooms. Every single week, we're getting text messages at like 9 o'clock at night
Mhm.
every single week. And so we know them, we know their characters, we know what they want. So just be kind to your wedding planners because we're really doing this to ensure timelines run smoothly and everybody is happy before, during, and after the wedding.
Mhm. Yep,
Preach.
that's right. Yep. Oh my gosh, and, it's I don't know. I hear some stories where, like, photographers, let's say they go out for sunset shoots or whatever, right? And I call them crafty. It's not crafty. That's production talk. The caterers, okay? They spent all day, who knows how long it took them to prep, and they're holding food, and it's hot, it's ready to go, and photographers are out there taking longer and longer, and they're getting text messages from the planner or whatever. How much longer? How much longer? Food's just, shoot, man. Food's so important. I have a special place in my heart for food. I went to culinary school. I cook at home, and so I always understand. Sometimes I'll even go by the chef and I'll just be like, "Dude, chef, how you doing? Could I have these people for another 10 minutes or something like that?" Right. And if they say no, then cool, then no, because they got to do, I don't know. It's a whole team effort. I'm rambling a little bit. Sorry. My bad.
That's fine. No, you can ramble. It's a podcast. So basically, I'm going to say this to that is if let's say we are pulling bride and groom, bride, groom, groom, you're pulling them for sunset photos in between first course and main course. Okay.
Mm,
If it times up that way, this is my
mhm.
magical sunset scenario. Right? It doesn't always happen that way time of
Mm,
year. But if you pull them, I tell the photographer, "You have 12 minutes." You know they're
yeah.
gonna take 15. "You have 12 minutes." And I'm like, "Okay,
Go.
look at me, 12
Yeah.
minutes." And what I do, Alex, is I actually have the bride and groom's meal saved in the
Mm,
back, but I'm serving everybody else. They should not have to wait for the bride and groom back to get the food going.
interesting. I never noticed
Serve.
that.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's serve
I
because
see.
then the bride and groom comes back and then they have their hot plates. Not everybody is
Mm,
waiting. Nobody should
mhm,
be waiting
mhm.
for food just because the bride and groom are taking photos.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. I like that.
Keep the guest happy. We say
Guess
this at Roke
happy.
event. Yes, the bride and groom, bride, groom, groom. The couple is our priority. But guess
Mhm,
what? The moms, the dads, the grandparents, the guests who flew everywhere to be here, they're
mhm.
also just as important. And
Yeah.
Claire and I are developing this amazing relationship with your family and your friends on these like 2 day, 3 day wedding weekends where guests are coming up to us and be like, Raquel, Claire. And we're like, hey man, how's it going today? How you feeling?
Yeah.
It's so good to have this synergy of taking care of everybody at the wedding, including your vendors, and not just the couple.
Totally. Yep. Not to put you on the spot, shifting a little bit here. Gosh, what's inspiring you for 2026 as far as like trends or something that you see or you think is going to be like prevalent in 2026 or that's going to stand out? I have my
Okay,
ideas,
can I
but
just say, that this has been on my mind. And I did see another planner that I love and love. She does amazing work. Actually, say this, but I was thinking the same thing. So I'm not trying to take it from her, everybody. If you saw her say this on Instagram, but when I saw her say this on Instagram, I was like, I 1000% in my core believe this. Your wedding shouldn't be full of what the latest trend is. Your wedding should be a reflection of who you are as a couple. And if you're
Hmm,
thinking, Raquel, like, well, I don't know, what are we as a couple, right? Like, I don't even know what that means. That's okay. Just when you start working with a planner, they should have this detailed questionnaire asking you the questions that may pique your interest on the direction of what design you want to go in.
hmm,
And yes, we're gonna guide you in that way and, like, what colors you're leaning towards. But I try to stay away from the trends of like, "Oh, it's mirrors. It's gonna be
hmm,
mirrors. Mirrors are gonna be
mhm,
everywhere." It's gonna be like, stars are everywhere. It's gonna be astrological. It's gonna be like it no. Let's just go back to 10 years ago when
mhm.
it wasn't all about like the trends of the year and this is the color of the year and this is what you should be doing at your weddings. And if wedding planners aren't doing these trends, they're in the past. No, I love that. I want to make couples' weddings unique to them.
Yeah.
For example, we just booked a Halloween wedding.
Wow. Okay.
I've never done a Halloween wedding before. And the she's not leaning into black and orange and bats and spiders, but she's leaning into, like, moody burgundies,
Mm.
creams, and greens. She wants a magician just acting as a
No
guest.
way. That's so
She
cool.
wants yeah, she wants an astronomer who's bringing in a telescope so that we can look at the night sky. Like, it's just like,
What?
this is
That's
what
amazing.
she really wants. It's not
Yeah.
because of the trend of Halloween, right?
Right. Yeah. So it's totally, yeah, it's unique. Sounds super unique. Sounds like
Yeah,
a
and then
Alex
you're
Richardson.
creating your own trends because I'm sure that people are gonna look at what you resonate with and what you love and be like, "I
Yeah.
actually love
Yeah. I don't know why, but I like this carpet stuff that's going on right now.
that."
Carpets
Alex,
and
you brought
drapes,
it up on the call
hallways
yes
of drapes.
listen, everybody, all the planners that were on the call yesterday, you're like, "I don't know how much that cost," and we were like, "Oh," and you showed a picture, and it was this huge area of
Yeah.
subfloor, staircase,
Yep.
carpeting down, and structure with massive drape installation. I was like, "That's $100,000 starting."
Oh my gosh. That's
And you're
so
like, "Oh,
crazy.
okay."
That's so wild. I don't know. People are going all out, some of them are.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun.
some of them
People like
are.
to party.
And no matter if your wedding budget is small or massive, just remember to take care of your people and really make the design just
Yeah.
so intimate to the couple, and
Yeah.
you'll shine.
Yeah. It's good
And
to
then the
see.
photographer, videographer, like, take all those details shots.
Yeah. It's interesting seeing the shift in our industry too, at least for photographers and videographers. I think most couples are starting to understand that they actually do want something a little classy, a little nicer because they're starting to see this a lot in socials. And when somebody says, "Yeah, my starting ranges are 10K or whatever," they're starting to hear that more and more often. So, there's a shift right now in budget. I think it's starting to raise a little bit. I don't know. It's interesting. I always geek out on this stuff, but I just see so many people. Like, I know of a lot of photographers that jump on calls with people on the weekly. And so it's not just, I'm not just getting this information for myself, but literally like tons of people. So it's fun to see. There's a little shift happening right now. It's interesting. People are excited. People are excited. A lot
Yeah,
of
we're
bookings
getting
right now.
leads like crazy,
I
crazy,
know, I
crazy.
just got one right now. It's so
You
crazy.
did great. I mean, I
Yeah.
got one this morning and it was an elopement, and that's okay. I always get
Yeah, it's
excited when
cool.
leads come in, but also, like, we're big manifestors. We're big, like,
Yeah,
law of
yeah,
attraction and what is meant for you wants you. So
yeah.
don't be discouraged by the
Mhm.
small leads that come in because it just means that you're being seen,
Yeah,
and that's a good thing. It's really
yeah,
good. Yeah,
I
be
know,
grateful for everything that comes in.
100%. Yeah. Dude, my sales in the past month, 4 weeks, 70K in sales. I mean, that's not bad for a photographer for 4 weddings, 4 weddings. I know, but,
Solid.
I mean, now's
Applaud.
the time to do it though.
Now's the time to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
I kinda don't wanna shoot anymore. I don't want any more bookings. That's it, I'm done. No.
Yeah, I mean, no,
I'm down to take some on. We'll see.
yeah, but when you're maxed out, you're maxed out. We have families,
Mhm.
we have
Percent.
podcast
Yeah.
and legacy to do. So I totally
Mhm.
get it. I totally
That's
get it.
right. So come to
Yeah.
us if you want those numbers. We know how to get them for
Yeah,
you.
referral legacy membership. Listen, it's 149 a month right now, and you can
Yep.
cancel anytime. It is a steal, everybody. Do you
Uh,
understand what other
ridiculous.
coaches are charging like 5 to 6,000, if not more? We're teaching that, but more elevated, more
Yeah.
refined, and we're giving you a
Yeah.
beautiful community that is gonna refer
Right.
everybody out, and we're gonna learn from each other. So,
Yeah.
149 a month. I mean, let's go.
It's
Let's
like
go.
5 like, a cup of coffee a day, guys, ridiculous. And we're gonna cap it out, we're not gonna let everybody in this thing. Mm-mm.
Right.
Heck no. We wanna keep
We wanna
it
be
so
able
that
to pay attention to
yeah,
each member.
100%. Yeah, and then I know some people might feel intimidated because maybe they don't have enough money to run ads, totally understandable, but it's more than just ads. It's not just ads. There's so much to it because you might be on the fence of like, well, I'm getting the inquiries, but I'm getting ghosted. I'm not booking. I don't know how to raise my prices or whatever, right? So maybe you don't
Mhm.
even need to run ads. We have some people that don't need to run ads. They're just having a hard time with conversion. And
Right.
so that's where we shine, let us help you in that. And so and once you fix that, then yeah, maybe you do have enough money to start running ads if you want to, or if you want to shift the market into somewhere else. You could you could be someone that's just like you mostly shoot in a certain area, but you dream of shooting in another country, Italy, France. Got you. We have the steps. We have connections in other locations. Dude, we have planner friends in other location in other countries. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. 149 a
That's
month.
fun.
For cheap.
49 a month. Alright, we'll
Mhm.
see you guys.
Yeah.